Hello, Amanda. Twitter. While yes, I am on Twitter, I have to admit that I'm not a big fan of it because honestly, I just don't get it. Personally, I barely use my Twitter. It's linked to my Nippon Q Facebook fan page, so anything that I post there immediately goes to my Twitter, so I don't really worry about posting on Twitter all that often. At least I hardly open Twitter to actually tweet. I enjoy reading other people's tweets, especially if it's for a transmedia experience with a web series like they did with Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Right now, I'm watching the ones on Autobiography of Jane Eyre, and Emma Approved, and Green Gables Fable, and that's what really got me into Twitter. But the social media I'm addicted to is not Twitter, not Facebook, but Tumblr. I mean, come on, I went as Tumblr for Halloween. I find this kind of funny because I don't really get Twitter and you like Twitter, but I like Tumblr and you don't really get Tumblr. It takes time to fully understand how to use Tumblr, but stick with it, you'll get used to it, you'll find all these great blogs to follow, and then your life will be great because you'll spend all this time looking at stuff on your dashboard and not realizing that time is completely flying by, and before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's great. However, that is not to say there aren't some problems with Tumblr. Honestly, I think everyone on Tumblr should obey a very specific set of rules, and if everyone follows these rules, it will make the entire Tumblr experience a whole lot more enjoyable. So without further ado, I present to you the 5 golden rules of Tumblr 2014. Rule number 1, tag everything! Especially if you have just reblogged a GIF set from a TV show or an anime, because if you don't tag it and another person sees it on their dash, they're gonna go, well, I wonder what this is from. I wish the person had tagged it so I could find out. With that being said, rule number 2, if you have reblogged or posted something of a GIF from a YouTube video or a Vine, post the link to the video. Rule number 3, never take credit for someone else's art. That's just really a general rule, not a Tumblr rule, it's a life rule. Always credit the original source. Come on, guys. Rule number 4. If you reblog one of those questionnaire things that say, like, send me a color in my ask box and I'll answer the question that corresponds with it, it should be mandatory that you send an ask to the person you reblogged it from. Seeing that little notification go up on your messages just makes people's day, and it's not that hard to go on and write purple. Honestly, this just makes everyone feel like they're the special snowflake that they actually are. It's really sad when you reblog a thing like that and someone reblogs it from you, but then you get 0 asks and then that person gets a bunch of asks. And most importantly, rule number 5, do not send anonymous hate. It's just freaking rude. Send anonymous love, anonymous puns, anonymous pictures of dinosaurs trying to make it in the modern day world. Not hate. Never hate. So Amanda, I hope you get on the Tumblr train. It really is a lot of fun. I guess I'll try to tweet more right now. I'm gonna tweet right now. Here we go. Hey everyone, you should check out Confabulations of SNA on YouTube. The brunette is awesome, but the redhead is a bit wonky. Tweet. Ha! I have tweeted! I forgot to use hashtags! I'll practice, I promise. Until then, Amanda, I look forward to your video on Monday. See you then. It should be mandatory that you must send an ass to the person... An ass? You must send an ass.